Happy Fiverr Friday, Fiverr sellers! In this video, let's talk about Fiverr Quick Responses. My name is Susan Fouché. I'm a top-rated Fiverr seller, and I've been a Fiverr seller since early 2020, and in 24 months, I was able to earn 6 figures on Fiverr. Yes, $100,000 within 24 months as a freelancer on Fiverr. When I first joined the platform, I just thought of it as like, oh, it's just an extra stream of income, maybe $20,000 a year. I don't know, something like that. So it just blew me away. So if you follow my advice and my techniques, this video and all my Fiverr videos will help you reach your first 6 figures on Fiverr as well. I release new Fiverr videos every single Friday, so be sure to subscribe for new content every single week. And like the video too, because it helps me in my search results on YouTube. So this video is actually for any Fiverr seller. It's not just for people who do voiceover like what I do. It's for any Fiverr seller, no matter what product or service you sell. My 6 steps to 6 figures on Fiverr applies to all Fiverr sellers. And I will cover those 6 steps in depth just a little bit later into the video. But for now, let's go ahead and talk about retaining all of your clients, turning new clients into repeat clients, making some serious money by utilizing the quick responses on Fiverr. So during the course of a sale, I use 4 different quick responses just automatically within that process. And quick responses can be found in the actual order itself. Here I am, I'm in an order right now. They can also be found in your messages area as well. So we're going to look at them from the perspective of the actual order itself, and I'm going to show you what my quick responses are within the process of an order. And of course, utilize those yourself. You can use them, you can make them better, you can, completely copy them, do whatever you want to do with them. I'm just going to show you them because they work for me. Then what I'm going to do is show you how to make your own quick responses, how to edit your quick responses, how to copy them, how to delete them. And then later on in the video, we'll go into the 6 steps to 6 figures. So when I first get an order, when somebody, contacts me and they've actually placed an order, I send a quick response immediately. I drop whatever I'm doing and I send a quick response. In my quick responses, and you can see I've got a lot of them, I've got 4 that I do in the process of an order. And so here's my first one, and you can see I even have it labeled number 1, and it's called Thanks and I'll Reach Out. So number 1, I go ahead and say, hi, client name. And I do try to learn what their name is. I don't just always try to do like the name, like their client username, but I do try to figure out what their first name is. And I just tell them, hey, thanks for their order. I appreciate you. I'm going to start this as soon as I can. In other words, I'm just letting them know I got this order. I'm acknowledging you, and don't worry. Don't be anxious about this. I promise it's not going to be a waste of your money. I'm going to give you something good. So that's my number 1 quick response that I always send. In other words, just an acknowledgement. Hey, I got it. Thank you. Let me go ahead and delete this, and I'll show you my number 2 quick response in the process of an order. So right before I actually start recording, when I'm ready, and I always do like a 48-hour delivery for most of my orders. So right before I record, I'll go ahead and send them out this number 2 quick response. And here's what that looks like. Hey, client. Hi, client. Just letting you know I'm starting recording right now. I'm going to deliver soon. And if I have any questions, I'm going to reach out. And if you have any questions, you reach out to me. So that's my number 2. In other words, I gotcha. I'm acknowledging you. Don't worry. Don't be anxious. This is not a waste of money. I'm going to give you something good. So that's my number 2 quick response. Number 3 quick response. I actually have 2 different number 3s for quick response. And I'm just going to show you the one that I typically use, which is number 3, rating and tip. So this is right when I deliver their order. So I put the audio files or whatever I'm delivering up in I'm delivering, and then I also send this as a response. So, hi client name, thanks for your order. Your high quality file is enclosed. And if you do PowerPoint, if that's your service, if you do logos, your high quality logo, your high quality graphic, your high quality whatever is enclosed. If there's problems, just let me know. I'll handle it as soon as I can. Now, I do have like an alternate early delivery number 3. The alternate early delivery is number 3 is if I happen to deliver super duper duper early. This is just kind of like letting them know, like, hey, here's a really early delivery. And then I have kind of like a bunch of things in here. I'm not going to show you, but you can kind of do this yourself that says, like, hey, here's an early delivery. It's my thanks for you being a first-time customer. Or it's my thanks for being a long-term customer. Or it's my thanks for you just being an incredibly awesome person, whatever. But it mirrors number 3 early delivery is pretty much the same as number 3 rating and tip. It just simply has that sort of extra thing of like, it's early. I want you to acknowledge that this was early for you because you're awesome or because you're new or because you're long-term or whatever. So those are my 3 responses, quick responses that I use throughout the process of the order. Now I have a number 4 as well, and let me show you number 4. And number 4 is for after everything is done and closed, and I've gotten the review. Here is number 4. So after the order is closed, here's number 4. And it's just basically, hey, it's all done and it's all wrapped up and you paid and I got paid and whatever, Fiverr got paid. But it just says, hey, I appreciate you as a client. And I really just wanted to tell you again, thank you for your business. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm here for you. I look forward to working with you again. So that is number 4. Now, I actually have a 5th quick response in the process of an order as well, and that's if they give me a tip. So if they give me a tip, I do have a quick response for that, and that is this one right here, which is, wow, thanks for my tip. And you can read what that says. So, hey, wow, username, client, thanks for my tip. We really appreciate it. And that means we as in like me and my husband. My husband and I really appreciate it. Both of our kids are in college, and the goal is to get them through school debt-free. This really helps. Now, this really is the truth. Both of my kids are in college, and the tips really do help get them through college debt-free, and that is the goal. We're trying to do no student loans whatsoever. So the tips actually really do help. Even if it's a $5 tip or a $10 tip, it doesn't matter. They didn't have to give that to me, and I really appreciate it. And I really do believe, because of this particular quick response about acknowledging the tip and saying thank you and letting them know what that tip is going towards, I really do believe that I get higher tips from my repeat clients who have given me a tip and who have seen this. So I do believe that this really, really does work in getting tips. And of course, like, again, it's not fake. It really is true. This really is where it's going to. And I think also what this helps do, what this particular quick response does is it humanizes me a bit more. It lets them know that, like, hey, I'm a real person. I've got kids. And I've also found that, like, the next time that the client and I, like, have a conversation either through messages or maybe like on Zoom, and I really do encourage you to have as many Zoom calls as you possibly can. Fiverr makes it so easy to have these Zoom calls that when we Zoom or when we message back and forth, they'll ask me about how my kids are doing. What college are they in? What are they studying? How old are they? When are they going to be done? Et cetera, et cetera. So anything that you can do to humanize yourself, to show that appreciation, goes so far. A lot of my business on Fiverr is repeat clients. They come back to me. You know, they're addicted to me. And especially like if you do something like e-learning, like, you know, I keep using the example of a PowerPoint presentation, but if you are on Fiverr and your service is you create PowerPoint presentations, well, they're always going to need those PowerPoint presentations to be updated. Your clients will always need updates. And so, of course, like with me, they're addicted to me because I do so much e-learning. Anytime any kind of like little, you know, thing changes within the course, they have to come back. They have to use me. And they want to use me. They're happy to use me. And so anyway, use these quick responses. What I'm going to show you right now is how to edit the quick responses, how to create a quick response, how to delete a quick response, how to copy a quick response. To do all that, you're going to want to go into your messages. You can do some of that here in the order, but it's easier to do that in the messages. So just kind of like go into your message section. And you'll notice right down here at the bottom, you've got your emoji and then your little lightning icon. And that's your quick response. So click on that. And here I've got my list of them. Now, Fiverr actually like gives you a couple like just automatically, like just generic quick responses. But the way that you create a new quick response is, yep, you guessed it, right down here at the bottom, create a new quick response. You'll want to give it a name, like, you know, I did number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, whatever, tip. And then here's also this little thing that you can do. You can type the curly brace and the username in the body of the quick response. Curly brace, username, and curly brace, and that puts their username in there. Now, I do recommend that you, strongly recommend that you figure out their first name and you use their first name rather than their profile name. So I'm going to cancel out of this because I'm sure you can create your own new quick response. To edit a quick response, you actually have to do those in your messages section in here where we are. So again, quick response, little lightning thing. And then if you just hover your mouse, whatever finger, you'll see a little pencil next to each quick response. And that's how you can edit it if you ever need to edit it. If you ever need to copy a quick response, like I have 2 different number 3s, early delivery or just regular delivery, you can copy it. See the little paper thing over here? That's how you copy it. And if you ever need to delete it, you'll actually need to go, if you need to delete your quick response, you'll need to go back into your order section. And you can, just right here next to the little down arrow caret in your order area, they've got edit, duplicate, and delete. So you can edit and duplicate as well in here. You just can't create a new quick response in this section. So I strongly recommend that you utilize your quick responses. I think you're going to get a lot more repeat clients if you utilize them and if you are sincere in your responses. All right. Thanks so much for watching about quick responses. I know it's going to work for you. Let's go ahead and hit those 6 steps to 6 figures. So I've got 6 steps to 6 figures on Fiverr. If you follow these steps, I promise you, you'll get to your 6 figures on Fiverr. So the number 1 step to reaching your first 6 figures is, first of all, you got to have a good product, number 1. And you can't just have one good product, like one example of your good product. You have to have 3 examples. So get your 3 best samples if you do PowerPoint presentations, if you do logos, if you do, WordPress pages, landing pages, blog, you write blogs, have 3 of those best samples that you can showcase on Fiverr so people know that you can actually do this work. Number 2, you're going to have a thumbnail and a photo, and your thumbnail tells a story. It tells a story of what you can do with the combination of words and graphics. So either a photo of yourself or a photo of something that is a graphical representation of what you can do. And I've got a ton of videos on thumbnails. Number 3, you'll want to be sure that you do fill out your description with good keywords that's going to get you high up in the search results. When people are searching for your service, that you will get high up in those search results. And I've got a ton of videos on those as well, utilizing keywords, utilizing your description, and utilizing your title. Number 4, you'll want to go ahead and get your PDFs into your Fiverr gig. I see this all the time when I help people who want to do better on Fiverr and want to make more money on Fiverr. They don't have any PDFs. Well, PDFs are a great way on Fiverr to showcase what you can do. And Fiverr gives you 2 slots where you can put in PDFs. They give you 3 thumbnails and 2 PDFs and 1 video. So utilize all that. Spend some time, make some PDFs. You don't even have to make them fancy. They can be a Word document, and then you just export it as a PDF and just put it up there. That's totally fine. And I've got tons of videos on PDFs as well. Number 5, when you're brand new on Fiverr and you don't have a whole lot of work, you need to take advantage of the buyer requests. Buyer requests simply just mean that you've got a buyer on Fiverr who doesn't want to go out and individually talk to individual sellers. They just want to throw out that they need a PowerPoint presentation, or they need a logo, or they need a voiceover, or they need whatever. And so they just put that out as a buyer request, and then Fiverr kind of blasts that out, and then sellers come and say, well, I can do that. And so you're probably not going to make a whole lot of money on the buyer requests, but what it does is it just gets you started. I don't do buyer requests anymore, but when I first started on Fiverr, I did. And it's totally legitimate to do that. And it's something that you need to do to practice being on Fiverr, is doing the buyer requests. And I have videos on those as well. And number 6, the 6th step, is to regularly update your gigs and add more gigs. Add more gigs that are really specific. Add more gigs that are branching out. Add more gigs where you're just trying different things. If you put a gig up and then you just decide like you don't want to do that anymore, you can take the gig down. That's totally fine. I had a gig for a while where I did webinar moderation, and I did it and it was really successful, and I realized I didn't really like being a webinar moderator. So I took the gig down, and I don't really do that anymore. But regularly update your gigs. Switch out PDFs, add different samples, change out the description, add different keywords. You're not going to get dinged for changing things on Fiverr. Whatever's going to happen is probably going to benefit you. And add more gigs as you get more skills. Add more gigs. Now there's a red circle that encompasses all of these steps, and that is accountability and education. It's really great to get a mentor, and it's really great to just get a group of other people who do this on Fiverr so you can ask them questions. Facebook groups are a great place to start for accountability. And then education. Fiverr actually has all these courses that you can take. In fact, let me show you what some of these courses are. If you go into Fiverr and you go to growth and marketing, oh my gosh, look at that. Down at the very bottom of that menu, Fiverr Learn. And they have a ton of classes that are really cheap. $48. Converting visitors into buyers. $69. Marketing. 7 secrets to promote any product. These are great skills to learn. Take advantage of these. $69. You get an extra, you get a tip. Couple tips. Use them. Reinvest them into your business. These courses are good, and these are all Fiverr sellers who do them, so they know Fiverr and they know what they're talking about, and they have your best interests at heart. All right, so let's go back to the 6 steps. Okay, not just accountability and education, but education just helps you get more skills so you can offer more services. Anyway, the green circle is just stellar service, and that's what this video was about. Offering stellar service. Communicate, communicate, communicate. That's what you have to do to retain your clients, to turn them into a first-time buyer to a repeat buyer. I didn't get $100,000 on Fiverr by just having 100,000 different clients. Most of my clients are repeat, and they come back to me for big projects. They're addicted to me. They're addicted to my voice. They're addicted to my services, and that's what you want. And I'm not a particularly amazing voice actor. I'm pretty average. What they're addicted to is my turnaround time, my communication, the fact that I'm helpful. If they need something extra, I don't give them a hard time about it. I just do it, and I'm happy for it, and I'm grateful for it because working is great. I mean, this is a great job. I could be back working a 9-to-5 job and not being very happy. So I'm a freelancer. I work from home, and this is wonderful. It's a great opportunity. Treat your clients well. Show them how much you appreciate them with stellar service communication. So thank you so much for watching. This is the end of my video. If you want a copy of this 6 Steps to 6 Figures on Fiverr, you can look in the description. There is a link where you can go download it. And I also have a very fancy-dancy PDF that I also made that has words, like more words. It's not just this basic thing, but it actually is like pretty nice. Oh, here's what it is. I made it on Canva. Here it is. And you can print this out. Just follow that link in the description, print this out, stick it next to your workstation, and I promise you, you will soon make 6 steps, and then you can contact me and say I did it, and then we'll be like, yeah, let's get to 7 figures now. 6 figures to 7 figures. That would be so amazing. So thank you so much for watching to the end. Have a great weekend to your success. I'll see you next time. Bye.